Hi guys, and welcome back to our 31 Days of Horror Advent Calendar. It's already been a long month and we're a little bit over halfway through right now. It is day 16, our Satanic Sunday of October 16th, and today we're talking about The Witch. The Witch is a more modern horror movie that came out just last year, and one that I think that we're having this great resurgence of just excellent horror movies. Earlier in the month, we had The Babadook that we threw on this list, and there's also stuff like It Follows that didn't quite make the list this year, and then also Don't Breathe, which is just a little more recent to put on the list here, just because of how recently that also came out. It's a lot harder for you guys to go see that. But this movie, as soon as I was making the calendar, I knew that this one had to make the list. This is a movie that I think is arresting, and it has images that honestly stick with me all the time.
Haunting images.
The Witch is about a family where the father decides to separate his family from the main colony. This happens in the 1700s, I want to say.
Yep, and it's for religious reasons, too.
He believes that he has a better idea of how to be close to God. So he separates his family and they live on the edge of the wilderness with his young daughter, his son, and a pair of twins that they have, and then also a newborn baby. And while Thomason, our main character, played by Anna Taylor-Joy, is taking care of the baby, he mysteriously disappears into the woods. And this is one of these movies that, again, like I said, I love like the horror comedy and I love the cerebral stuff. And this is definitely a cerebral horror movie. It's about its ideas and about the interplay between these characters that really makes this a great film.
I was so happy that I got to see this movie in theaters. Right as the movie started, you get that little bit of that religious themes and the theological differences he has with the church there in the colony, and as soon as they get on like that, their trailer, their horse and buggy or whatever, and they start going out into the field, that haunting music, beautifully rich cinematography, I was like, I'm gonna love this movie. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna love this movie. In just the first 3 minutes of the movie, I knew I was going to love it.
I think you bring up a great point of it, because I think that's one of the things that's really interesting about the movie, is that it's a lot of it has to do with, I think when I watch it, because they really root it in its period.
Yeah.
And I think that when you think about the idea of this family kind of leaving the safety of this colony, and how dangerous that would be even if there wasn't a witch involved. And a lot of the movie has to do with the fact that they're all questioning, like, how did this happen? Whose fault is it? Yeah. And they're all kind of looking
Who's sinning?
inwardly.
Who's sinning right
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
Who's sinning? Who's bringing these curses upon our family?
So guys, this is a movie that you can definitely think about and delve deeper with the themes in this movie. One of the things, like I said before, like with The Babadook, that can make horror movies great. There's a lot of things that are happening under the surface with this movie that when you actually reach down and dig those up, they really pay off in spades.
I gotta say though, there's a couple images in this movie, a couple scenes that are some of the most disturbing scenes I've ever seen in any movie.
And there's a quote, I think, on the actual cover of this where a critic says that it feels like we're watching something we shouldn't be seeing, and that is definitely the mood of this movie and what is so uncomfortable when you're watching it. I think it's also really interesting that if both the Christian church and the Satanic church basically go like, yeah, this is accurate, I'm sorry, guys, that's scary to me. If Satanists and Christians can both say that, hey, this stuff is what we both think is about what the devil's like, then I think this movie definitely knocks it out of the park, really hits its tone, nail on the head, and really immerses you in its world, and you really feel the paranoia and fear of this family living in this time period. Alright guys, that's been our short review today of The Witch. I've been Giovanni Carlo.
I'm John Vandeloo.
Remember to follow along with us all month long. We'll be doing a horror movie for you guys every single day. Don't forget though, like and subscribe, comment down below on your thoughts of The Witch, and let's talk about modern horror movies and some of the great ones we've been getting. Don't forget guys, follow us as well at BacktotheFeature, and we'll discuss movies with you there as well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Ba, 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 ba.